Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Chef Dev at your freaking service, baby. Giving you guys another booking video of me booking how I will book certain scenarios in the WWE. I previously, the first one I did was the booking of how I'll book Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's feud, and I just did one that will be coming soon is how I will book the Judgment Day breaking up Sag. That will be coming out Monday. Then we have another one, I don't know when it will be coming out, is how I will book Chad Gable as a heel to win the IC title. Now this one is a booking, is how I will book Roman Reigns, aka the Tribal Chief of the Bloodline, and then return to the WWE. How he will return back to WWE. This is the booking right here. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm saying this right now. I am kind of a Roman Reigns fan, aka I do acknowledge, Roman. I do acknowledge the tribal chief, alright? But again, before he lost it to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, he hold the WWE Universal Championship for 1,336 days, I believe, or I think it was seven. It was in the thousands. That's all we need to know. He hold that title for freaking 1,000 freaking days plus. No one has done that in a long time, so I acknowledge the tribal chief for that. I will give him props for that because that's impressive. All right, that's impressive. So I acknowledge the tribal chief for that, Roman Reigns. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys how I will book Roman Reigns' return. This is gonna be interesting because the only reason I'm gonna say it's interesting because it all depends on how the king and queen. No, well, not even king and queen. The King of the Ring happens. So I'm going to mention that in a second. So guys, drop a like, subscribe, and let's just get freaking started. Let's freaking go. Alright guys, this is how I will book it, okay? So there's two options that this can happen. Two options. So the first option, before I mention it, the new bloodline. So if you guys don't know, Cody beat Roman at WrestleMania. So Roman hasn't been on TV since WrestleMania 40. Since WrestleMania 40, and that was back in April. We are about to go into June in the next 2 weeks. So basically he's been here for a whole month. Wild. The draft came up. Paul Heyman kind of pulled him out of the draft, but then we heard from Paul Heyman he hasn't even talked to Roman since WrestleMania. So like, why did you pull him out of the draft if you haven't talked to him since WrestleMania 40? So that's just wild. So we have a new tribal chief, which is Solo Sikoa. Very interesting. And then he aligned himself with Tama Tonga, which that guy kind of scares me. I don't know what it is. That guy just scares me. Tama Tonga just scares me. And then his brother, they just brought in during Backlash in France, Tama Tonga's brother, Tonga Loa. So like that's the new bloodline. But I mentioned, I feel like the King of the Ring is going to affect kind of how Roman Reigns return even more. So hear me out. I don't want this to happen, but I can sense it. The way that it's going, I can see it happening. So in the King of the Ring, we're down to the top 4 wrestlers, superstars, should I say, left to win the King of the Ring at the PLE. That's basically next week. So on the SmackDown side, we have Randy Orton going against Tama Tonga And whoever wins will go to the finals to face against the Raw superstars, which is Gunther versus Jey Uso. Yeet. So what I see happening, I don't want this to happen, but what I see happening is Randy Orton probably losing against Tama Tonga, and Tama Tonga's going to go to the finals. And then I see again, like I said, I don't want this to happen. This is not my prediction of what I want to see happen. I'm just saying for this booking. And then Jey Uso beating Gunther for the SmackDown, for the Raw side. So we have Jey Uso versus Tama Tonga, because Jey Uso used to be part of the Bloodline with the Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso and everybody else. And Jey Uso didn't like how Roman was running things, and he wanted to go solo. He kind of separated himself with Roman, so that kind of like crumbled. He went face to face against Roman at some point for the championship. That failed. So then he got drafted to Raw. Right now, Jimmy is injured because of Solo. Someone spiked him, so he's out for a little bit. What I see happening is Tama Tonga beating Jey Uso at the King and Queen PLE to become the new king of the ring. All right. So we have the new tribal chief Solo Sikoa. Then we have the king Tama Tonga, and then his brother Tonga Loa running SmackDown. That's New Bloodline. Paul Heyman can't call Roman Reigns because his new boss is Solo. So Paul Heyman calls someone to do it for him, and that person is Jimmy Uso, who is technically injured. All right. So he calls Jimmy, says, "We need to bring Roman Reigns back. Just somehow bring Roman Reigns back, because this is in shambles right now." So before Jimmy calls Roman, he would try to get Jey Uso to join forces with him just this one time to go against the Bloodline. This new Bloodline. Jey Uso will say, "I will only join if you can get Roman Reigns back." Because the Bloodline still has history with Jey Uso. Even though he's on SmackDown, they had an altercation on one Monday Night Raw that Solo passes by, just looks at him. We had Tama Tonga passes him, looks at him, gives him like a little like evil face. Then Tonga Loa comes behind Tama Tonga, and then we have Paul Heyman looks terrified. It's like, God damn, just looking at him, like, don't interfere, please don't. Like, but anyways, they're gonna say, "Please help me. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Please help me." So the only way he'll come back if Roman Reigns was back, but he would tell Jimmy, "I'll only come back if you call Roman Reigns." So Jimmy will make the call, but like, "Yo, bro, we need you. Like, the Bloodline's going downhill. We need our tribal chief back. We need you back. Like, please return. Please come back." Roman Reigns will make an appearance. I'm gonna say SummerSlam. I'm not saying what happened, but he'll make his appearance on SummerSlam. Solo and Tama Tonga will probably have a match. Maybe a tag team match, maybe a solo match. I don't know. But then Roman Reigns' song hits. He's a full-on babyface. He hits. Song freaking hits. He just comes out, looks at them, looks at Solo, looks at Tama Tonga, looks at Tonga Loa, just looks at them. Then he would do his two fingers, just like this, like whatever. Or no, he's going to do that. He put his hand up, and you will see Jey and Jimmy right beside him. He looks at them, they'll run to the ring and beat the crap out of those three. All right, that's the first way. That's the first way. But then this is when it gets spicy. Then we bring this to something called one of the greatest matches they ever brought in WWE that I think that is War Games. So they have a War Games match, but before the War Games match, they need another person, another teammate, because it's 4 versus 4. Because right now it's 3 versus 3. So who's going to be on each other's team? So you guys don't know. Jacob Fatu is technically signed with WWE. I think he is. Don't quote me on that. But they don't want to bring him up yet because they think it would take Solo's persona down where he is now. Because Jacob Fatu is so freaking popular than like Solo. So, what if you put Jacob Fatu on Roman's team? Now you have Roman, Jey Uso, Roman, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Jacob Fatu on one team. The other team, you have Solo, Tama Tonga, Tonga Aloa, and Mr. Final Boss, aka The Rock. Now, hear me out. I'm going to give you option 2 why I said The Rock. So, make sure you guys stay tuned with that. Alright, so option 2. I mentioned The Rock. Okay. We were supposed to get The Rock versus Roman at some certain point. So what if during like Survivor Series, the War Games between Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and The Rock go head to head in a War Games fight. It won't be as long because The Rock is. It won't go as long, but it'll be epic. Imagine seeing those four just battle out each other. Or it doesn't have to be a real ass freaking War Games, but like make it Bloodline rules. War Games, but Bloodline rules, okay? So the fight goes on. Of course, Roman Reigns' Team Roman will win. Alright? So Team Roman will win. Solo's down, everyone's down but Roman Reigns and The Rock. They look face to face, look right at each other. The Rock extends his hand. Okay, extends his hand. Roman Reigns will give him a handshake. They'll hug it out. He pats him on the shoulder, like on the back, and tells him, "You're not the real tribal chief until you beat the final boss." Roman Reigns' face would be like, "What the frick did he just say? I'm not the real tribal chief until I beat the boss." So as he pulls back, The Rock kind of pulls him back in and kind of like knocks him out, like clotheslines him. And there's your match between The Rock and Roman. And that would determine who is the real tribal chief. And like I said, it doesn't have to be for the championship. Even though if The Rock wins against Cody, if it happens at SummerSlam or WrestleMania 41, which I hope it doesn't happen at WrestleMania 41, and I feel like it should happen at SummerSlam. The Rock versus Cody, drop at SummerSlam. But it doesn't have to be for the title. I don't care. It doesn't have to be for the title. Actually, no, that's what you should do. No. That's what you should do. Cody versus The Rock at SummerSlam. The Rock will, let's say, I'm not saying this, I don't want this to happen. The Rock beats Cody at SummerSlam. That now leads up to WrestleMania. So 9-1 will be The Rock versus Cody. Cody takes back the title, becoming the 2-time WWE Undisputed Champion. And then night 2, you have The Rock versus Roman to determine who is the real tribal chief of the bloodline. Because if you look at the tree, Roman is like here, The Rock is on top. So truly The Rock is technically the tribal chief and the final boss. So Roman can beat The Rock, he will determine himself as a real tribal chief. That's how I see it for like that part two. Is you have the final boss, which is the best version of the heel Rock I have seen since Hollywood freaking Rock. Just saying. Versus a babyface Roman Reigns who just came back and trying to get back his group back, which he did because he basically beat them at War Games, aka the Bloodline Rules. But now he has one final step to finally solidify him as the real tribal chief and the real leader of the bloodline. There you go. So like he comes back SummerSlam again. He doesn't have to actually fight. He can just come at the end of like their match and bring out Jimmy, bring out Jay, and they just sprint out be the crap of Solo, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa, and that becomes a feud between those three. But then The Rock will come involved and attack Roman, and then Jacob Fatu or somebody from the Bloodline family tree comes in, beats the crap out of The Rock, and then there's your War Games friggin' match for the Survivor Series, and that will lead up to eventually The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania to find out who is the true tribal chief, the true leader of the bloodline. Boom. There's your booking of how I will make Roman Reigns return. Beautiful. Eh? But yeah, guys, this is the end of this video. If you guys enjoy it, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I actually had to recommend, but this one it's hard to do it, but I'll see if I can do it. But yeah, like I said, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know what the next booking you guys want me to do, because like I said, I already did a booking of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's feud. I currently did one of how I'll make Sami Zayn as the Intercontinental Champion, and now we have this one. So now let me know what the next. Oh, then I also have one that's coming Monday. Is how I will book the Judgment Day breaking up. But that's actually a good video. So hope you guys check that one out. But anyhow, love you guys. Like I said, drop a like, subscribe, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.